What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into two completely opposite approaches to dieting. The classic Atkins diet versus Mark Bell's controversial sugar diet that's been making waves recently. Two extremes, polar opposite philosophies. Let's break down the science, the pros, the cons, and see which one actually makes sense for real people. First up, the Atkins diet. This isn't new, it's been around since the 1970s. The core principle? Drastically cut carbs, increase protein and fat. We're talking under 20 grams of carbs in the initial phase. That's less than one apple. Atkins pros. Rapid initial weight loss due to water weight and ketosis. Excellent appetite suppression. Fat and protein keep you full. Can improve insulin sensitivity for some people. Decades of research backing low-carb approaches. Many people report better mental clarity. Atkins cons. The initial keto flu can be brutal. Fatigue, headaches, irritability, very restrictive. Say goodbye to most fruits, grains, and many vegetables. Can be socially challenging. Try explaining why you can't eat a banana. Potential for nutrient deficiencies if not well planned. Some people experience digestive issues. Long-term sustainability is questionable for many. Now for the complete opposite, Mark Bell's sugar diet. This powerlifter and entrepreneur has gone from keto to carnivore to now promoting honestly like 500 to 1,000 grams of carbs daily from fruit, juice, honey, and yes, actual sugar. He keeps protein at 100 grams from ultra-lean sources and caps fat at just 30 grams. But here's where it gets more complex. Mark also incorporates what he calls sugar fasting days, where he goes even more extreme, consuming only sugar with no protein or fat. He's open about his steroid use and claims this approach helps him maintain 210 pounds at 7 to 8% body fat. The supposed science behind it. Proponents claim that protein restriction plus sugar intake activates FGF21, a hormone that supposedly boosts metabolism similar to fasting effects. They also argue that with no fat or protein present, sugar gets rapidly oxidized rather than stored, basically invoking the Randle cycle in reverse. Sugar diet pros: high energy for intense training sessions, fast digestion and nutrient absorption. Can work if you're in a caloric deficit. Supports glycogen replenishment for athletes, simple macronutrient structure. Now let's talk about the downsides of a sugar diet. First off, there's blood sugar chaos. Massive spikes followed by crashes, which can leave you feeling irritable and jittery. And, as critics like to point out, you're basically on a never-ending blood sugar spike roller coaster, which can actually damage your pancreatic beta cells over time. Then, there are nutrient deficiencies. You end up missing out on essential fats, fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, omega-3 fatty acids, and honestly, countless other micronutrients. High sugar intake can also cause glycation damage, which literally harms your blood vessels and promotes inflammation throughout your whole body. And don't forget dental destruction. Constant sugar exposure dramatically increases your risk for cavities. Many people also report digestive distress, like stomach pain and gut issues, especially on pure sugar days. Plus, extremely low fat intake totally sabotages hormone production. And here's the tough truth, this kind of diet is just unsustainable for most people. It requires good genetics, intense training, and yeah, probably pharmaceutical help. So here's what both diets miss: sustainability, and how these diets work in the real world for the average person. The Atkins diet can work for weight loss, especially in the short term, but honestly, most people can't stick to under 20 grams of carbs forever. And the sugar diet? Well, the supposed FGF21 benefits and Randle cycle theory might sound super scientific, but they actually ignore basic human physiology and all those massive risks we just talked about. The truth about fat loss? It really comes down to being in a caloric deficit consistently over time. As the research shows, whether that's through low carb, high carb, or moderate carb, doesn't matter nearly as much as sticking with it and focusing on overall health. Both diets can create deficits, but the real question is, at what cost to your long-term health? Instead of going for extremes that can damage your health, consider this evidence-based approach. First, prioritize protein. Aim for 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight to help preserve muscle. Include healthy fats for hormone production and fat-soluble vitamin absorption, about 20 to 30% of your calories. Choose nutrient-dense carbs that actually fuel your training and daily life, without causing blood sugar chaos. Focus on whole foods that provide real micronutrients, not just empty calories. And find something you can stick to for months and years without risking nutrient deficiencies or metabolic damage. Bottom line, both the Atkins diet and Mark Bell's sugar diet are pretty extreme approaches that might work for specific people in really specific situations, but they come with some serious trade-offs. Mark's own dietary evolution from keto to carnivore to high sugar shows that even elite athletes don't stick to these extremes forever, and there's a reason for that. Instead, focus on consistency over extremes, and pick approaches that support your long-term health, not just short-term results. So, what's your experience with extreme diets? Have you tried approaches like these? Drop a comment below and let me know. And hey, if this video helped you see through all the diet extremes and understand the real risks, smash that like button and subscribe for more evidence-based nutrition content that actually prioritizes your health.